morning. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're having some good family time during this time that we have off. And anyway, hope you're staying busy and that things are going, that you're enjoying the free time and the nice weather. Okay. All right, today we're going to be talking about multiplication times 5. And the first page for this week is page 17. And at the beginning, or at the top of page 17, they give you room to write the multiples of 5. So I went ahead and wrote those in. Okay, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay? So when we are multiplying these, we're going to skip count by 5s. All right, so the first one is 5 times 9. So I've got to do, let's see, I'm going to use this because it's a little bigger and easier for me to point to. So we're doing 5 times 9. So we go, let's see, so we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So the answer to that first one is 45. Okay, so I wrote 45 there. And I made sure, and I lined up the number in the ones place with these because these are in the ones place, okay? It's important to have your numbers line up because your answers, when your problems get harder, they will get, you'll get mixed up if you don't have your answers in the right place. Okay, the next one is 5 times 2. Well, if I look at this, I can just go 5, 10. Okay, the 2 touch points, 5 and then 10. So I'm going to write 10 underneath that. All right, the next one is 5 times 6. So all I have to do is skip count on my dots. And remember, they're double dots here. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Five times 1 is just 5. And then we've got 5 times 8. So if we look at this here, and I'm going to bring this up again because it's bigger and it's easier for me to show you as I'm pointing. So I'm going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so that answer is 40. All right. Okay, then I'm going to skip, and okay, I'm going to look at a couple of these on the next page. Okay, like let's look at the first one. Now we always do the multiplication in the ones place first, and then we're going to do the tens place. So 5 times 1 is 5. Then 5 times 2 is 5, 10. So our answer is 105. Okay, the next one, 50 times 5. I'm going to do 5 times 0, which is 0. Anything times 0 is 0. And then 5 times 5, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So your answer is 250. Now let me look here. Okay, let's look at some of these that are a little bigger numbers. Let's do this one, 58 times 5. So 8 times 5, or 5 times 8. Can you see this? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I'm going to put a 0 down here and a 4 there. Okay, then I'm going to do 5 times 5. So I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, plus this 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29 goes there. Okay, so the answer is 290. Then if I turn it around, then we start having problems without the dots. Now, if you remember where the dots are, that is fantastic. If you don't remember where the dots are, remember you can use your number line that has the dots. So, the first one is 5 times 7. So I'm going to use this just to be able to show you better. So 5 times 7. So I've got, whoops, I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I'm going to put the 5 underneath, and I'm going to carry the 3, okay? Then I have to do 5 times 2. Well, this one's small, so I'm not going to use the number line, because 5 times 2 is 5, 10. Okay, 10 plus 3, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I'm going to put 13 down below. Okay, so my answer is 132. Notice how I line up my answers, because problems will get more difficult, and if they're not lined up, it's easy to get the wrong answer. Okay, I'm going to skip to the last one. Okay, 39 times 5. Okay, 5 times 9. Okay, if I use this, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So the 5 goes in the ones place, and I'm carrying the 4. Okay, then I have 5 times 3. Well, I know that that's 5, 10, 15, plus the 4, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And my answer is 195. Okay. Well, I'm going to skip now to the division problems. And remember, with these, we're still just doing the skip counting. Division is just the opposite of multiplying, okay? So when I do this, okay, I'm going to skip count, and I'm going to make tally marks for every time I count. So I'm going to do 5, 10, oops, I can't see this very good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And if I, oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't see that. Here, let me move this closer so that you can see what I'm doing, okay? You can see it better. Okay, so I made my tally marks. So I'm going to count those up. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, okay? The 9 goes in the ones place above the 5. And 5 times 9 is 45, so I subtract, and I get 0. Okay? All right, the next one. 5 divided by 5 is, well, it just takes 1 5 to make 5, right? So I'm going to put a 1, 5, subtract it, and I get 0. Okay? Let's look at the next one. This is 25 divided by 5. So I'm going to use my tally marks, and I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks, okay? And that goes right above the 5. And 5 times 5, we said, was 25. I'm going to subtract, and I get 0. Okay. All right, now I'm going to move on to the next page, which these problems are a little harder. And sorry, that was my cat. Okay, so let's do this first one. 27 divided by 5, okay? So we're going to make tally marks as close as we can to 27. Move this a little bit closer again. Okay. So I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If I do one more, that's going to be 30, and that is going to be too much. So I've got 5 tally marks. That's going to go, the number 5 will go above the 7. 5 times 5 is 25. That goes underneath, and then I subtract 7 minus 5, which is 2. So my answer is 5 remainder 2, okay? Let's look at the next one. 5 into 33, okay. Let's see if I can keep this. Okay, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If I do any more, that'll be 35, and that'll be too much. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tally marks. So I need to put a 6 on there, and 5 times 6 was 30. I subtract, then 3 minus 0 is 3, and I have a remainder of 3. See, I got 3 minus 0 is 3, okay? All right, and let's see. I will do, let's do one more problem. How about this one? 41 divided by 5. So I can go ahead and start counting by 5s. I want you to be able to see this stuff. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay? So I'd have 8 tally marks there. So above the 1, I'm going to put an 8. And 5 times 8 was 40. Then I have to subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. So the answer is 8, remainder 1. Okay. Now, if you're having any trouble with these, please please let me know. Please tell Mrs. Salazar when she checks on you. But I know you grab onto the stuff right away when you start working on it. So I'm not worried that you won't get it, but it is something new to start remembering, is counting by 5s. So, but have a good week. I miss you. Again, I hope things are going well. All right, talk to you next week. Bye-bye.